A ver, acabas de poner aquí fecha de grabación, puntuación de vídeo ninguna, español de España, juego. No me jodas, tío. ¡No jodas! Ah, vale. Servicio el chat y habilitar el chat en modo de... ¡Va! Pues creo que ya está. Vale. Vamos a ver. El chat este, estás en uso y lo ves. Muy bien. Buenas, Santi, ¿qué tal? Vamos allá. Buenas tardes. Venga. Empezamos. A ver esta historia, que es una peli interactiva. ¡Uar! Ya dice tres... Creo que este es el tercer directo. Creo que fue 2 películas interactivas. Creo. Una de zombies de serie de Z y una como de un robo. Y esta, no sé, creo que es de terror. No me digas. Vamos a verlo. Bien, tío. Lenguaje. Chino. No mames, ¿dónde está el español? Oh, aquí menos mal. Subtítulos sí. Doblaje. Oh, doblaje no. Doblaje no. Volumen va bien, ¿no? Sí. Nuevo juego. Veamos. Estaba atento aquí, ¿eh? No sé si jugarlo con mando. Igual es mejor jugarlo con mando. Daveki.
You're listening to Radio August.
¿Dónde cojones están los subtítulos, tío? Empezamos bien.
Poe and Monroe.
It's 5 o'clock, and I'm Alice Monroe with your August update. August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief DuPont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline. It's horrible, Poe.
Indeed it is.
Vale, con los asesinatos. No parece. 21 asesinatos, nada menos.
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut.
Ahora vienen. Este se llama Sam, vale. Por no decir nada o decir quién eres, pues voy a preguntar.
Exactly. Rewind.
¿Cómo? Hijo de puta. No me jodas. Que nos tenemos que comer otra vez la mierda esta. No mames.
You're listening to Radio August. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe.
It's 5 o'clock, and I'm Alice Monroe with your August update. August police are appealing for information following the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw's body was discovered last night. Chief DuPont is calling the crime a violent and despicable act. Anyone with information about the murder is urged to get in touch via the department's confidential tip hotline. It's horrible, Poe.
Es horrible,
Indeed
baby.
it is.
You need to learn when to keep your mouth shut.
A puto. Careta al pavo. Ah, mira, hay que mantenerlo. Madre.
You know why you're here, don't you? the dead girl. And this. What exactly were you thinking? You have one job. Don't get caught. Do you think you can do that this time? It's a rhetorical question. You're going to a town called August. Find Chief DuPont. He's gonna think you're someone else. This person. This is who you are now. Understood? Splendid. If someone so much as sniffs that you're different, you'll be deprecated.
Vaya.
Deprecated.
We expect you to use your ability. Just don't get caught. And never, ever change into a child.
In brighter news, August resident Mia French is celebrating the return of her missing pooch, Barley. The 8-month-old Basset Hound puppy was found outside Daryl's Chicken and Ribs.
And that's 5 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
I'm Violet. Welcome to the guest house. There are some rules. In particular, no shoes in the guest house.
No shoes.
The carpets are priceless. Now, how long are you staying for? Yes, the chief said it may be a while. I can see you don't mind getting your hands dirty, though. There's not been many visitors of late. Perhaps the murder will bring some tourists in.
Voy a sacar la libretina. Pues si acaso tengo que anotar algo.
It's just you and some tarot readers at the moment. It's deathly quiet.
Vampire.
Yes, the murder.
¡Toma!
You haven't spoken to the chief yet, have you? Chief DuPont. He's the one who booked the room for you. You look lost. You should probably go and speak to the chief. Your room is just down the hall, last on the left. It has its own back door. The chief said that's the way you'd like it.
Just finishing. You don't believe?
No.
That's okay. Sometimes life is just a stream of coincidences. Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
Brandon. ¿Cómo se llamaba la otra? Violet. No se llamaba Violet, pero la verdad que no me acuerdo, tío. Brownwind.
Pleased to meet you, Sam. If you'd like a reading. So, what's your question, Sam? The Fool. I'm going to see a lot more of you, aren't I, Sam? Well, enjoy the journey. But remember, not everything is winnable. I'm in room 1 and that's down the hall. Lorraine's in 2, Lexi's in 3. And which room are you in, Sam?
Tururu.
Good. We're neighbours. Just knock if you need me.
Aquí hay checkmate ya.
If he got stuck somehow, there was no way for anyone to help him out. He desperately tried to dismiss the thought and focus on his work. Not much to see.
Faltan subtítulos, tío. Esto es un puto cachondeo, joder.
Hold on. There's some scratches here.
Ah, por culo, me da puta radio. No traducida, paso. Vale. Uy. ¿Qué es esto? El jefe o hostal.
Good, you got my message. Chief Inspector DuPont. I wasn't sure you'd come, but I suppose you're between jobs? Well, we both know that's not true. But I like it. Sam. That's your cover now. So, the job. Dorota Shaw. 21, accomplished cellist, redhead. Strangled. I know who did it, but I need proof. It's the tarot readers.
Dorota Shaw. Vaya, vaya.
Yes. Keep up, Sam. That's the girl who was murdered? Because they predicted it. The older one, Bronwyn, she came into my office last night talking all crazy and saying Dorota was in trouble. I did my best not to lock her up. It all sounded crazy to me. Tarot, the spirit world, cards that move, trans-dimensional thingamajigs. To be honest, I thought she'd probably been smoking something. That's why I didn't take it seriously. Because things, I don't have enough on her. That's where you come in. The free guest house stay isn't free. I need you to work the case and report back to me. Find out things from the inside. Can you do it? Okay. I'll be telling everyone that you've been hired by the Shaws because obviously local law enforcement is either too incompetent or too overworked to solve anything. That gives you a license to talk to people, but only notionally. Don't actually touch people or annoy them. You don't have any real authority, understand? But you help me out, I'll help you. You don't get that. There's no badge and gun, just a hope and a promise. Come and find me when you're settled. This is Second Chance Sunday for you, Sam. Don't blow it.
Pues nada. Uf. Alibi. Es un alibi.
Do I have an alibi for last night? Do I? Okay. I was here, and there are video monitors that will prove it. Thanks for reading
Ah, la
me out,
coartada.
James. What do you want to know? She was a cellist, selected for a scholarship at Juilliard. It was in the local paper. I'm more of a Bon Jovi fan myself. Don't read the paper, do you? Yesterday, Monday the 9th at approximately 9 p.m, according to the coroner, we got a call from the mother just after 10 p.m. In her bedroom. She was naked. Strangled. No signs of sexual activity of any kind. It was a weird scene to look at. There was one thing, but it's strictly between you and me. Dorota had a gold coin in her mouth. I'm being serious now, Sam. Not a word of this. It's the one thing only the killer would know. All here, runs the local guest house. Lovely lady. Where are you going with this, Sam? What's she told you? She told you she's taking pills, didn't she? Let me handle Violet. She didn't kill anyone. Not much. Perhaps you should do some investigating?
Alexia, Raye. Vale.
I assume you've been to see Chief DuPont already? Not really. I'm sure she was a precious lamb, though. Yes, a lamb. Young. Innocent. Lambs get slaughtered, though, don't they? Nice, yes, that's a good description. Actually, I thought she was a bit slutty, to be honest.
Fulana.
Sorry. I'm gossiping. I don't want to talk ill of the dead. Ask her
La
boyfriend.
puta.
Oscar lives at the vicarage next to the church. Don't tell him I sent you, though. I'm sure he's sick of seeing people already. They're tarot readers. I'm thinking of asking them to leave, actually. Because they may have killed someone. It's not great for my reputation, is it? Stay at Violet's, the home of killers and hobos. I'm sorry, it's a derogatory word, isn't it? But strange people seem to gravitate towards this guest house, Sam. I think I'll get the sign changed. It's the strangest thing. I honestly don't remember. But I imagine I was here or getting groceries somewhere. I've driven by it, never actually been in it. I take clozapine. I think they're for anxiety. I'm a very anxious person.
Oi, oi, oi.
I don't know, Dr. Sam, you tell me.
¿No les parece de verdad sospechoso? La tía esta, joder. Vamos a ver a
Sam,
probar.
is it? I'm sensing you're not here for a reading.
Uy, uy.
In my room, reading. I found a trashy romance novel under the bed. I'm assuming it's Violet's. It's all swooning heroines and brooding vampire Casanovas. Thank God Lexi saved me.
Una pinta borracha esta.
She came to my room to chat for a little while. That was around 9, I think. You can ask her. I said the book was trashy. Look at this place. If her guest house is anything to go by, Violet's the opposite of trashy. We saw it in the cards, not images, feelings, impressions. Tarot can be very powerful. Not these cards. They only tell us what they want us to know. Chief Dupont thinks I did it. I'm hoping you'll convince him otherwise. All I'm asking is that you dig a little deeper than the chief. I had nothing to do with Dorota's death. We saw danger in the cards and we tried to stop it. Trust me, Sam, we're on the same team.
What?
You must be a new guest. Or you're burglaring us. I'm Rain, by the way. Pleased to meet you, Sam. Enjoy your stay. The hot water goes off at 9, by the way, so it's cold showers from there on in. It really bugs me. I didn't know her. I know she was called Dorota Shaw. She was young, had red hair, a talented musician. No, not at all. You're completely barking up the wrong tree there. Spoken like the true killer, posing as a detective, trying to frame someone else for the murder. I was in my room. Praying, actually. I don't believe in God, but I was still praying.
Interesante.
It didn't work. My prayer that the girl would be safe. We did a reading, a group reading, actually, with a special tarot deck. The three of us get together and read the same cards. Bronwyn says it makes the whole thing stronger or more powerful or something, but I'm pretty sure I'd get the same answers just on my own. Mercury, it's not exactly from here. With a normal tarot deck, you'd have the question, so you'd be the querent. With Mercury, it gives you the question and the answer. The cards themselves kind of change. It's a special deck. I don't have it at the moment. Bronwyn has it.
Mercury? Sure. I'll just get it. It feels a bit sacrilegious just spreading it out to show you. It doesn't really answer questions, it more asks them. Do you want it to ask you a question, Sam? It wants to know if you're happy being the person you are now. Mercury doesn't agree. In fact, if anything, and I could be wrong, it's suggesting that you're not even the person you're saying you are now.
Oh.
I've only had that reading once before.
Que me pilla las cartas, ¿viste? Cuidado.
Hi, Sam, is it? Come on in, make yourself at home. Mi casa es su casa. Come on.
Vamos a ver cómo está el doblaje. Si es que hay doblaje.
I don't know anyone in this town.
Vaya doblaje.
Rain, obviously.
No mames.
And Violet, and the chief, and now you. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous. Good old-fashioned fortune-telling. Well, kind of. We drew a card each and smushed them all together. Do you know what the most dangerous tarot card is? Nah, the devil's cool. The tarot one, I mean, not the actual one. I'm not a devil worshipper. The Five of Swords. I think so anyway. There's nothing more dangerous than someone taking whatever they want, no matter the cost. Yeah, I did. Rain got the Knight of Wands, that's Dorota, and Bronwyn got the Ten of Swords, which is, well, you know, swords in general are bad. She's like my big sister, so pretty well. No. The cards told us to. Well, the cards in Rain. Tarot gives us a rough direction and he narrows it down with some astrological jiggery-pokery. He's basically a walking esoteric library. And if that sounds dull, let me reassure you, it is. No? Well, yeah. Well, no. We have a job to do. I didn't say job. I said job. Okay. We make a, cheese obelisk, a chob, and depending on the shape of that chob, we get different answers to questions.
Vaya cuento chino.
No, you don't. I was in my room all night with Bronwyn. We were painting our nails.
Mentira.
You can ask Bronwyn. We were together. Not together. That sounded kinkier than I meant it to.
No dice nada. Calla, quedé con ganas de que me enseñaran las uñas, porque me parece que no las tenía pintadas. No, deja. Vale. Pues nada, toma por culo. La radio... Violet.
It was just a nightmare. I was still on the floor, wiping my eyes as I saw the familiar red and blue lights reflecting through my kitchen window. This should be a fun thing to explain. I pulled myself to my feet and headed towards the door, ready to show the officers my car and prove that it wasn't real, just a vivid dream. But my...
Find somewhere safe to transition. You're not a superhero.
Hi, I'm Lexi. I'm Lexi.
Guay, ¿no? Ahora me transformo en la... ¡La rupia!
What's up, Lexi? I'm sensing something's on your mind.
¿Dónde no?
I'm worried about our alibi.
Don't worry about that. We don't have anything to hide. You're just fine.
Do you think Sam suspects?
Maybe, but it'll be difficult to prove.
Putas, ya lo sabía yo. No.
Something's weird, isn't it? Ron seems strange today.
How are you?
Do you think Bronwyn might get falsely imprisoned? It happens all the time.
Are you looking to take over?
Hostia, tío, hay un error de género, tío, de la hostia. Antes era chica este, ahora el chico de la otra. Jodida traducción, tío.
No. I'm just worried.
Bueno. Podría ver a... Violet.
Hello, Lexi. What can I do for you?
Please don't ask us to leave.
Have you been speaking to Sam? You're safe for the minute. If one of your crew did
Ella.
Rota, you can't really stay here, can you?
The police want alibis from...
Well, I don't have one. I literally can't remember what I was doing.
What is it, Miss Taylor?
Our director... Why did you hire...
I didn't hire Sam, the Shaw family did.
No, they didn't. Why did you hire Sam?
Tarot cards tell you that. Listen, Sam gets results. Nobody knows how, but the results are got. I want the killer found as quickly as possible. You got a problem with that?
Who would want... Who would want...
You doing your own investigation? Great! Let me know when you find out.
Bronwyn thinks you've got it in for her.
I go after bad guys. If she's a bad guy, then I've got it in for her.
What were you doing? Why weren't...
In hindsight, that does look like a good idea, doesn't it? We didn't believe you. We still don't.
Are Dorota's family safe?
Have you met him?
Yes. Yes.
Miss Taylor, is that a contradiction? It's not what you said in your written statement.
Sorry, I meant...
Yes. Yes, you did.
I...
Why? What are you going to do?
Nothing, just checking.
I've got my eye on you, Lexi Taylor. Lexi. Rain, are they even your real names?
Hello, I'm Rain.
Qué buen cambiaformas. Visitar a Violet. Venga. Vamos en orden total. No está. Oh, yo...
Have you met
Brandon.
the new detective yet? We're basically under 24-hour surveillance now.
Do you think Sam's onto us?
Onto what exactly?
What we did last night? What we did?
As far as Sam's concerned, me and Lexi were together and you were praying in your room. It's half true, at least.
De putas. Como half true. Joder. Bronwyn, Violet, Lexi.
Rain, I'm so worried about Bronwyn. What are we going to do?
Why are you worried about Bronwyn?
The chief thinks she killed Dorota.
Maybe she did kill.
That's not even funny, Rain. Bronwyn's the least murdery person we know. But okay, let's say she did do it. What possible reason could she have for killing Dorota?
Crime of passion?
Maybe. Maybe Bronwyn and Dorota were secretly lovers. And Bronwyn found out that Dorota was seeing someone else and killed her in a jealous fit of rage. Or maybe that's just another one of your twisted late night fantasies, in which case, leave me out of it.
Fue la mosquita muerta, verás. O todos. Vamos a ver al jefe.
Rain, I'm busy. You gonna turn yourself in?
Yeah.
You don't want to see me when I'm angry. A woman is dead. Go play card games somewhere else or whatever the hell it is you do.
Visitar el hostal. Nada, este me echó. Nos queda... Ah, no, nos quedan 2. 3. Bueno, vamos a ser jefe, a ver qué pasa.
Hi, Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Vale, bien. Chief DuPont. Es un poco pesado todo este tiempo de salir a la radio, ¿para qué? Saca esta pantalla, joder. Violet.
Who knows whether you've made the right decision or not, Claude?
How's Bronwyn been?
Claude, we've been through this. I honestly don't remember. I checked my diary and there's no entry, so I was probably here, as always.
How can you not...
I don't know. Which is exactly what I said in my statement. Don't try and get me to contradict myself.
How's Bronwyn been?
Overly nice. She's covering her tracks well if she has anything to hide.
What was it I asked you to do again?
You just told me to report back to you if I noticed anything suspicious. Good grief, Claude. You're a bit young to be.
Chief Dupont, what a pleasant surprise. I think we've covered just about everything twice over, but if you think I'm hiding something...
Who are you really?
Does it bother you, Chief Dupont, knowing there are things in this world that aren't black and white? You don't want to file me under, and that makes you uncomfortable.
Gorda.
Or perhaps you've already made up your mind about me. Why don't you tell me who you think I am?
La borracha, puta además. China, ya lo sabemos.
You're a con artist.
I haven't asked anyone for a penny.
Vale.
Good evening, Chief Dupont.
Dorota's family.
Anoli, tío.
Dorota's family. What does the tarot say about them? Bronwyn never been...
Not since I've met her. She's a lawful good type character. If you play D&D.
Lexi ever been in trouble with the police?
No. Not to my knowledge. She's sweet and innocent. Or haven't you picked up on that yet?
Dorota's family. What does the tarot say about them?
I can do a reading if you want.
Yes.
It's the Five of Cups. It talks about loss and dealing with that loss. I don't think you need a tarot reader to interpret that one.
Vaya, vaya. Lexi.
Oh, Chief Inspector, you gave me a shock. What is it? What have I done?
What we... Tell me about Bronwyn.
She's an Aquarius. Her favourite colour is green. What else do you need to know?
Is she your...
Leader? This isn't a cult. She looks after me and Rain. Make sure we eat healthy and brush our teeth.
Why are you here in August?
Well, it's not for the nightlife, I can tell you that. This is where the cards told us to go. I guess you could call it destiny.
What's wrong with the nightlife?
There isn't any. And sometimes a girl needs a party.
What were you doing last night?
Nothing. I mean, I was here all night. This cat's on her. Bron can vouch for me.
Pues el jefe está. Me queda la tipa esta y la. Bueno, esa es bastante chunga también.
Hello, I'm Violet.
Bastante chunga.
Violet.
Violet.
You don't trust me, do you, Violet? Is it because I read tarot? Why don't you let me pull a card for you?
No.
Great. What do you want to know about?
Sam, my love life. The murder.
I think the tarot wants to ask a different question, but... The devil. You're letting yourself be manipulated by someone who isn't good for you. Or maybe it means you're having fantastic sex. You might like playing the victim.
Did you sleep well?
Yes, thank you.
I didn't see you yesterday evening.
I stayed in my room. You can ask Lexi. That reminds me, I think I found a book of yours. It's called He Came Through the Shadows.
What makes you think it's mine?
Your name's written on the inside cover.
Cachazo.
Mrs. Gallagher, an unexpected pleasure.
How long are you planning to be here?
In town? I really don't know. Until the tarot tells us to leave. Or you kick us out, obviously.
How did you know Dorota was going to die?
We didn't know she was definitely going to die. Only that she was definitely in danger of dying. Tarot cards can tell you a lot when you know what you're looking for.
What?
What's going on, Violet? Is everything okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
Well, what are you doing here then? You said you'd help me. I just need you to keep an eye on the guests and let me know if you see anything strange. So, if you're here, who's doing that?
Pues nada. Está. Solo me queda... ¿Sí? Uy, no me acuerdo, creo que sí.
Hi, I'm Bronwyn.
Bran.
I'm Bronwyn.
Perfecto.
Is there something I can help with, Miss Castle?
I hope we're not being too much trouble.
It's very brave of you to tell the chief that Dorota would be murdered and then stick around afterwards. I'd have run for sure.
You strike me as someone braver than that. Why would I run?
You're prime suspect, aren't you? You look strong enough to strangle another woman. Even if you're innocent, a jury would probably convict you.
You look strong enough to strangle another woman too.
Well, if you can't pay for your rooms, you might just find out.
Amenaza.
Bron, something doesn't feel right. I don't know what exactly, but it's not right.
Thoughts on Dorota?
Well, it's hard to say with just one victim. Musical talent, red hair. If there's another, there will be a pattern. Do you think it's another right?
A right? A right?
As in the same thing we were chasing after in Birmingham? I suppose it doesn't really matter. Just have to try and stop it.
Birmingham? Stop it?
Yes, stop it. If it's a traveller killing things.
Traveller?
Joder.
Bron, you're acting weird. Are you still you?
Of course.
Stop freaking me out. It's not cool in this current climate.
Ron, are you okay?
I'm not okay.
Well, if you're worried, I should be worried. Why are you worried? Should I be worried?
Are you worried?
Only if you are. This could go on in circles for a while. Let's just keep cool and stay in our rooms.
No, joder.
Miss Castle, I'm surprised to see you here.
Oh.
I didn't kill Dorota.
You're a prime suspect, and your alibi is that you were in the guest house with another prime suspect at the time. It doesn't look good for you.
Have you got a problem with me?
Everyone has a problem with you, Bronwyn. I can arrest you for something right now. How does perverting the course of justice sound?
Kinky.
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 Oh, you are pushing me today, young lady.
No sabe qué es el... Vale. Ahora lo que no sé es si saldrán los diálogos.
Hi, I'm Lexi. Oh,
No. Oye.
I'm Lexi.
Salen nuevos diálogos.
No more talking. No more questions. Question after question after question. I didn't kill Dorota. I didn't even know the girl. And yet here I am being constantly asked about her. You know what? I'm going out. I don't know when I'm going to be back, but if you need anything, I will be back eventually. I think. But for now, TTFN.
Sospechosa esa también, ¿eh? No dice nada. Tampoco dice nada. Y la floja esta tampoco dirá nada. Bien. Pues habrá que ir a ver al jefe.
It's 6 o'clock, and you're listening to Radio August. Police investigating the murder of Dorota Shaw are appealing to the community to help catch her killer. The body of 21-year-old Miss Shaw, an accomplished cellist, was found in her home last night. Police are describing the murder as a violent and despicable act. Monroe.
It's just terrible. Meanwhile, out of respect for the victim and her family, this weekend's Tulip Festival has been postponed. New dates will be announced shortly, so do stay tuned to Radio August for updates.
I heard Dorota Shaw was due to play this weekend.
At the Tulip Festival?
Indeed. I understand why they'd want to postpone it. Tonight the weather will be mostly dry and warm, but be on the lookout for dark clouds on the horizon, as there may be scattered showers. Best take an umbrella, Monroe, so you don't get wet.
I like getting wet. That's 6 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Uy, uy, uy. Seguir investigando, siguiente capítulo. Habrá guardapartida aquí. El siguiente capítulo. Entonces voy a ver al jefe. Uy, me piro. Y así hago capítulos cada... Vale, bueno.
It is, and that's where it's staying. You don't need to see it, Sam. Violet can get confused at times. Just keep doing what you're doing and we'll get along fine.
Puto calvo. Pero sospechoso, tío.
Pains me to think that I was even on the list, but I'm ruled out because we have video footage of me in the station at the time of the murder. Rain says he was praying in his room, alone. Nobody corroborates. Bronwyn and Lexi say they were in the same room last night. Shame they can't agree which one. The tarot readers have mentioned a job. We don't know what. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, and you found out she's taking pills. Perhaps they're related. That's it.
Vale. Pues nada, aquí dejo el juego. Se queda aquí. Luego el siguiente capítulo en la siguiente vez, ¿vale? Anda. Anden con Dios. Bye.